And now it's time for today's daily forecast with EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martrich.
And good morning to you. It is Wednesday morning on August 15th, 2018. We're halfway through the month of August, which is climatologically the wettest and hottest time of the year, and we were going to have a break in that wet pattern. Thankfully, we definitely need it with this upper level low now moving away. It's off in this direction, and that's New England's problem today, or at least part of the day. I don't think the entire day they're dealing with it, but it is going to be pulling away. And in its wake, we're going to have some ridging that's going to return into our region, what's going to give us some temperatures. Are going to make a run at 90 degrees in some locations, upper 80s to near 90 degrees for highs today. The only thing that's good about that is that the winds are coming out of the west-northwest today. So since they're coming in from this direction, the humidity is not going to be a real big issue today. I do think it's going to increase tomorrow as we turn partly cloudy, and we have a warm front in the vicinity of the New York-Pennsylvania border that's going to be pushing through. Could be a passing shower up in those areas, but I don't think it's going to be an issue for everywhere else in the coverage area. So just maybe north-central Pennsylvania, maybe getting close to the western parts of northeast PA also. Just a few showers here later in the day with a warm front. But elsewhere, we are partly cloudy, and the wind direction on Thursday is going to be out of the west-southwest. We're going to increase these humidity values a little bit here on Thursday to go along with the hot temperatures. Most areas will go up a degree or two. If you didn't hit 90 today, you're probably going to hit it on Thursday. And then Friday is going to start off that way too. We're going to be partly cloudy to start the day, and then we'll have a front moving in from the west. You can see that here, and it's going to bring scattered showers and thunderstorms later in the day, and you can see that right here. That's probably like a mid-afternoon through mid-evening time frame for those scattered showers and thunderstorms to move through. Now, the question isn't really so much the timing of this front or anything like that. We've been seeing this all week. The question has been, what does this front do after it moves through? Now, the pattern is still a phase 6 of the Madden-Julian oscillation. I know that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of you, but that pattern means it's still a wet pattern, and it's still a pattern conducive for these fronts to get hung up here. All right, so we were talking about in yesterday's video, the model's trended toward a drier weekend outlook, and that's still, for the most part, the case. There is at least one model showing the front getting a little bit too close to the region. Why that's important is once this moves through, and you can see that here, the front moves through, you have this piece of energy that's going to form right along the frontal boundary. This is just an area of low pressure just moving right along the frontal boundary, which this particular model projects to be down here, which is fine because this is going to move along the boundary, and it sets kind of like the train tracks for this to go. All right, so if this boundary is a little bit further to the north and west, we get some of these showers moving up here to like this. Okay, I don't think it gets all the way up to northeast PA. It's going to take one hell of a move. All right, but we're still going to be watching the central and southern portions of our coverage area over the weekend to see what this area of low pressure does as it moves along that boundary, and it's going to be predicated on what this front is, where the position of the front is going to be. So if it's a little bit further south, you have more in the way of sun, and you have less chance of rain. If it's a little bit further north, though, you get more areas all the way up to our central locations. If you cross-section our coverage area here, north-south, the central areas would be the northernmost extent of those showers. So if you see a local forecast, you'll see this is mainly it would be a Saturday night and it's Sunday deal. This is looking at Saturday right now. Saturday, I think right now, unanimously on all the guidance right now, is dry. All right, so if anything on Saturday, you're good. It looks like as it gets at its closest point here, this is looking at overnight Saturday night. You see how it's getting all the way to these light grays. It's just light stuff. All right, but right now. But if this frontal boundary is any further north, this creeps up a little bit further north too, and you get into some of these moderate rainfalls that are going to be confined mainly south of the Mason-Dixon, which would include Delaware and southern New Jersey. But if it's a little bit further south, then we're going to get some more areas, or more areas into the sun here on Sunday versus more clouds than not. So you'll see the local forecast show on Sunday partly to mostly cloudy skies across the entire region. Chance for a stray shower, not a real big deal as of right now. As long as this low pressure, which is now at this point on Sunday afternoon, right near the Norfolk, Virginia area, so Virginia Beach, and it's moving off in this direction, but it might be too close, where at least you get clouds out of this all the way down up to that point in isolated showers. Just a stray shower, not a big deal up in these areas where I just put that X, but further south there's where we're watching for the opportunity to get grazed by this as it goes by over the weekend. Again, if the front is further south, we don't have to deal with it anywhere. All right, so we're going to allow for the possibility, at least for a stray or isolated shower for most areas in the local forecast, and we'll adjust as needed in future guidance. Right now, most models are keeping it south of the region, which is a good thing if you have plans this weekend. Either way, the system moves away, and then Monday, of course, back to work. You're back to partly cloudy skies in between. We will be temperatures will be back to seasonable levels, though. We're not going to be up near 90 degrees. We'll probably be in the low to mid 80s for highs here on Monday. And we have another system coming in that will affect the region most likely on Tuesday or later Tuesday. You can see that here. Just another cold front moving through. This also looks like it's a move through pretty uniformly, so it comes through later Tuesday and Tuesday night. This is getting at the 7-day range of our forecast envelope, so we're going to revisit this as we get into early next week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marters. That is your outlook for August 15th, 2018. Have a great Wednesday.